I'm interviewing Stephanie Dawson-Park on the film The Chase. Which part of the trailer do you think works best and why?
I think I kind of like a lot of the trailer. I like how it goes from the car journey, because you're not really aware of what's going on. It kind of flicks from action to slow moving, and you get the establishing shot. The bit that I particularly like is where we've got a tilted shot, because it's looking up and the characters are running kind of towards the camera, and then the camera seems to move with them. It glides up. Is kind of like a tracking shot in a way, as it follows them slightly, although it doesn't really zoom in or anything like that. But I think that's quite effective.
And in what ways does your media product conform to the sci-fi genre?
I think it conforms in the fact that we try to use dramatic music and sound effects. We've got like pulsing noises and kind of zoom sounds for something that's mysterious. Like, it's not really clear to the audience as to what it is. We try to create tension. The elements of sci-fi is probably like the bright lights. You've got the mysterious alien eye on the camera, and just because what the film is generally about, there's nothing really horrific or anything, so it doesn't conform to any other genres. It's specific.
If you had the opportunity to film again, what would you change and why?
I think I'd possibly film several more times, so I had a lot more footage, and we could maybe play around a lot more with the editing. I think maybe if we chose different costumes to kind of see what effects that would give, or maybe even tried it later on during the day so it would be darker. I think maybe that would add to the effect, and could possibly have tried using some artificial lighting as well to see what that would give us.
Yeah. What film most inspired you and why?
There were several films that inspired us. Obviously films such as E.T., because it's about the little boy accepting the alien and bringing it into society and him being welcoming. And that's what we kind of want to convey in our film. We want the alien to be mysterious in the trailer, so people are like wanting to come and watch it. But we also want to make sure that in our film we don't kind of alienate any of our audience. And so we've tried to stick with the idea of not really going with stereotypes, such as Tessa Perkins' idea. So there's also films such as The Knowing, because it's a sci-fi, and just like the bright lights. I mean, in the trailer we try to conform with other like conventions of trailers by using a black background and white text, and I think that creates a lot to the film.
And where did you get the idea from the script?
The idea kind of came from all of us individually. We had several ideas. I mean, there was ideas to do realism films, and then it kind of just got taken into sci-fi, just through the fact that we thought we could use the areas close to us, and we'd heard about legends and myths of the area, so we thought that would be quite interesting. We thought if we brought that into our film, because it's kind of just, with an independent film, you just got to use what you've got, and so that was our main idea. So to go with sci-fi, it's because it mainly is attracted to a niche audience, and when you have such a low budget film, you can't really attract masses of people. So yeah, that's what we thought was best.
What problems did you incur during production? How did you overcome them?
We didn't really suffer from many problems. I think one of the problems was trying to make the fact that the alien seem convincing, obviously because it's done with humans. I mean, how do you make a person look like something else that they're not supposed to be? I mean, we thought about using face paints and things like that. But we chose against it because we thought maybe we could just try and use special effects on what we had available to us on our movie for editing. So yeah, we tried not to really show a lot of the alien in it. Another problem was when we first went up to the location, there'd been snow, and so therefore it created difficulties if we were going to film it with continuity. So the way we overcome that is just by going up on a clearer day.
Yeah. And what was the hardest part of making an independent film?
I think the hardest part of making an independent film is probably the fact that you have such a low budget. So for things such as equipment, you've kind of just got to use what you're provided with. So we just used the camera, and it was just filmed by us three. So yeah, we just used what was available to us. I mean, obviously if we'd had more money, we would have been able to use more special effects.
And what's your favourite shot and why?
I particularly like the shot of the camera, and it's got the alien eye. I think that works really well as the ending to the film because it's really like eye-catching on the audience. I think it makes them think like, oh, I wonder what's going on. It really makes them intrigued, and the music that goes along with that shot I just think works perfectly.
What influenced your choice of location, and why did you choose that?
The location, it was just because it was close by to us, and like I've already previously said, we'd heard about like legends and myths, and I just think it's a fantastic area. I mean, you've got a lot available to you, such as like caves and Castle Ring. It's very mysterious in itself.
In the trailer, you don't give a clear picture of what direction the film is heading in. Without giving too much away, can you tell us a bit more about the film's features?
The main kind of story plotline for the film is that the alien comes and lives in society, and then there's kind of a lot of twists involved within the film about the myths and legends. So yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
What did you hope to achieve when making this film?
The main thing is kind of entertainment. So yeah, you just with your uses and gratifications theory, you just want to make the audience enjoy what you make, really, as well as there's no point in producing something. Also, you want people to identify with the characters, so whether it be cultural or personal. So yeah, that's what we tried to achieve.
Do you have any plans to make a feature film?
At the moment, no, but if this film was successful, we could possibly think about leading on to a second, yeah.
Why did you choose to go from a slow moving pace to the blurred fast pace running to an establishing shot of the location and back to an action shot?
I think that particularly works well because the audience aren't entirely sure what's going on. It really builds up tension and keeps that mystery factor. I just like how it's kind of telling a story, but it's not too revealing, and it just lets the audience know that it's kind of snippets of what is involved in the film.
Okay, thank you very much.